going with the action here. What a shot. There's an energy to this. The camera motivated. Finally, we can continue watching World of Warcraft cinematics with The War Within, Shadows Beneath. If you enjoy our time together, watch my whole World of Warcraft cinematic series. Lore Masters, join me in battle once again. We can finally say it. It's been too long. All right, guys, here we go. Here we go. Magni. Beautiful shot. Yeah, really cool technique. Deliberately having out of focus, then he walks in. Look at this. It's like a spotlight. It feels ceremonial. Someone who's fought in many battles, many battle scars. And look at this. It still has the charm of the old kind of Disney World of Warcraft feel. Beautiful colors and the stark contrast with this almost, you know, ceremonial feeling. Ritualistic feeling. Look at Magni. The music going with the action here. What a shot. There's an energy to this. The camera motivated by the motions, the feeling of the music. This feels ceremonial. The ceremony of war. She's donning her armor like a hero, a classical hero, like Hector or Achilles. The music is ramping up. I can feel the excitement. I can feel the energy. Beautiful shot of the armor. Ironforge? Wow. Unbelievable. The choreographer, the camera is very motivated by everything that's happening. Amazing reveal. Oh, here we go. Wait. This is so high energy. There's the cut. Wait, is this Old Gods? Oh, no. Wow. Incredible. Look at this. The War Within. Unbelievable. So good. Zarath! There she is, smiling again. The World Soul Saga, Part 1. Amazing. I really liked it. August 26th. Wow, man. Incredible stuff. All right, so there's a lot to talk about. I love this sequence. It is so full of energy. It is so full of power. I love when the music starts ramping up and we have these distinct characters, these distinct three different settings and characters, you know, performing actions, these kind of like preparations, if you will, but it all feels connected because of the music, and it feels very foreboding, like something big is coming, something big is happening. I love this sort of classical feel. My Discord knows I love talking about scenes where characters don their armor. Feels ceremonial. It feels like, you know, a reflection of war and what's to come and your fate and everything. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's very Iliadic as well. It's very classical. Speaking of Discord, guys, hop in the Discord if you want to be a part of the community. We have also a guild in World of Warcraft. We're going to be playing The War Within. So join us. It's called the Philidari. Join us on Emerald Dream. Hop into Discord, message in the Philidari chat if you want to join. It's going to be a lot of fun. So yes. And also if you want to choose a video for me to react to, click the join button to choose my next video. All right. So I like this so much. Let's talk about it. First shot of Magni. We have here sort of the opposite of a rack focus, which is where you would change the focus to focus in on the subject. Here we have deliberately out of focus with a very shallow depth of field. Beautiful, beautiful bokeh effect. And he walks in like on set. There would be tape on the ground for the actor to approach and then go into focus. Beautiful effect. Really, really just hones in on the character. Hyper focused. And there's that shallow depth of field. Again, you can see there's like the barely a couple inches are in focus, and that's what we mean when we say a shallow depth of field. You can see it's really only the middle of this tool right here that he's touching. Even the end of it, even the parts of his fingers are not in focus here on the tips. It's just that part, and it brings such a cinematic, juicy feel to the shot. We love that, and that would be shot with probably like a 1.4 aperture. Beautiful stuff. Here we have this character intro. It feels like a stage, right? It feels like a stage play. It feels ceremonial. Clearly there's some hints that we're on a ship, maybe, or we're in some things like leading to war. The music, you know, again, it feels like we're in almost like a religious setting. There's a religiosity to it. Very powerful. I love the shot. This is such, all the character intros are solid. We have Magni walking into the focus. It's just full of mood. We have the other character. I'm not familiar with this character's name right here. We have this character. Feels so, you know, like sort of fairy tale, fantasy, classic Warcraft. But also has like a Disney feel to me. And let me explain. So the character walks up. It's very magical. You know, this is very whimsical. Kind of looking up, turning the head, inquisitive. You see this very magical, kind of like alive plant and everything. Reach out and touch it. It feels very childlike. It's cool. There's an inquisitive nature to it. And I love that the colors, this is like classic Warcraft to me, the colors, right? It reminds me of just like, I don't know, some of that classic imagery, the early trailers of the night elf in the woods running through and everything. Same exact color scheme. So it feels nostalgic. Feels like a possible callback to that, referential, even though we're getting new hyper-realistic visuals here, right? It's like, but don't worry, we're still going to have that whimsy. We're still going to have that beautiful kind of fairy tale feel that we all grew up with. So let's continue. And I love the shot. It's a beautiful composition, right? This could be a painting right here. It tells a story in itself. What's this? A magical item. We have the subject right here. Surprised, inquisitive, curious, perhaps. Beautiful colors, lighting on the left side of the subject, cresting across the face, leading lines of this piece leading into the subject's face. The green, very, very striking, very strong. Highest contrast piece of the image is the focal point for your eyes, right? It's going to draw you right to that because it's so stark, the contrast of the green versus the purple. Beautiful, all analogous colors. Very, very soothing to the eyes. And then we're going to cut. We're going to cut to this just, boom, it's bright. Ah, it's shocking. It's bright. We have those voices again. Beautiful, beautiful, intense voices. Kind of foreboding things to come. I love the reflective look here on the subject, right? Injuries, perhaps. Scars on the face. I'm putting on the armor again. Will I get injured again? Yes. Is it for a cause that is worth it? Yes. Beautiful. Right? That little lingering of the eyes down, almost hints at, or questioning, almost hints at, should I be doing this? Do I want to fight again? Yes. There it is. Yes, I do. And I love how we see, reach across, you see, again, the injuries, perhaps, from previous battles. It's a very poignant shot for that reason. I'm going to use this hand to tighten that side of my body because I don't have that hand anymore. Magni's over here getting his pull day in, man. Working the latissimus dorsi. Look at the muscles. Look at the striations. Beautiful. I love how the music starts to echo. Starts to go to the actions here. Everything comes together, and even the lighting. Boom! When that musical note hits, absolutely glorious. Oh, we got to talk about this. This is pure power, pure energy. The music starts to ramp up, starts to go to the action, and the camera punches in and rushes in. And we have this character completely energized, completely taken over by the feeling of what's happening here. Some sort of summoning, some sort of ritualistic dance. What I like about it, all three are essentially rituals in different ways. This one more reflective, more personal, perhaps. This one feels, you know, like he's doing something. He's really like physically making something happen with, you know, tools. Magni. This character is like, you know, is almost possessed, is almost taken over by something. Now let's look at the shots individually because this is so powerful. We have a very surprising turn of events here, and we have a beautiful harmony, contrasting colors this time, the blues and the reds. Look at how we rush so fast. And there's a shake to the camera right there. It's like it's so fast the camera can't even control itself, and then boom. What I like is, even though you could have just cut to this. You could have just cut to the camera already being there, but we actually come from this big opening up motion. And then there's the scream as well. It's very guttural. Very just... Wow. I love the movement too. I also love how we're cutting and we're not showing everything in continuity. We're skipping around. Like the character themselves is almost, you know, like I said, this almost feels like a possessed energy, an enthused energy by some greater power. You know, the character almost losing themselves. We're in a different position. They're in and out of consciousness, you know? Isn't that cool? I really like that choice. And the way we're filming this, again, there's a little bit of camera movement here. Do you see that? A little bit of a subjective feeling. Feels like someone's holding the camera. Feels like someone is watching this performance. You know, it all feels very performative. All the actions of the characters. It's glorious. Okay. I love it. I love it. It's animalistic. The stance. Low to the ground. Hulking. Powerful stance. Love that. For the lore masters, I would love to know what is going on in that dance. And I do not know who this character is. So lore masters, help me out on that one. But I love this. I love the detail shots of the armor as well. Look at the detail here. Look at the detail we have. It reminds me of one of the reasons I love Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is you had all these little tiny scratches on Cloud's armor and everything. It's like he's been through hundreds of battles and you can see that. We have the same thing here, just micro details. Again, kind of, well, I guess not so new in the CG side of Warcraft, but the character faces being this hyper-realistic is very new along with the War Within. So as I've been saying, I want to see more of the main characters like this, right? We saw Thrall, we saw Anduin, we had this mini shot of Xal'atath at the end. I can't wait to see the rest of the cast, even the supporting cast, in this very, very real style, but it's still rooted in, you know, what makes Warcraft itself. I love that shot too. I love that shot. So if anyone wants to tell me what Magni's doing here too, is this Iron Fort? So cool, man. How strong is he? Jeez. I love how they continually frame the dancer here. So we continually feel like we're in an audience. You know, we have a sort of full shot, easily to see the character's movement. She's pulling these branches of power to her, which is really cool because it goes back to the first shot, this sort of inquisitive look. Oh, I'm able to have this move, and then we go deeper into it. Now, these settings, I assume, have to do with what's foreboding. Where are we heading in war? This could, in fact, be where that soldier is headed on that ship, I assume is what's happening. I love the shot of the cape flowing down. Such a commanding feel. Very powerful. I love that. I love this look, too. You know, this reminds me of one of my favorite shots is from Vagrant Story. I love this shot. It's of the main character, Ashley, in one of the opening scenes, turns like that. And it just has such a powerful feel. It's hard to put into words, but this is what that evokes for me. I love that. Vagrant Story. Yasumi Matsuno, one of my favorite creators. Amazing. Amazing director. And then we're back again. Yeah, and this is where the music for me really, I was energized watching this. It was really, really good. And this is why, for the most part, sometimes you'll see me pause. I don't like to pause a lot on my first viewing because you will lose that kind of building of energy sometimes, especially in a video like this, if you pause in the first watch. So, yeah, I like to keep it authentic like that. And now the character is like completely controlling these branches of power. And I like how the character's sort of tattoos are now mimicking this. And now this is really cool because it's like, okay, they're done. You know, they're gonna, this is the sort of final pose of the dance. We're gonna let it sit. No. Boom. It's very surprising. That was cool about this. You don't really know what's coming next in a lot of the shots. Right? And then look at this, how we continue this energy and this momentum of the shot is very, very well storyboarded and edited. See, watch. We're moving very strongly. We're moving. And look how we continue this motion, which is interesting because we're actually moving backwards in this shot and then forwards in the next shot. And it's only for a couple frames. You see that? What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 frames. But it still has that energy, and then it's more like a boom, boom. Feels like a march to battle, you know? I love that. And that's cool because, you know, that just feels like an ability in World of Warcraft, you know? Right there, boom. It's so powerful. I love these character portraits, by the way. We talked about shallow depth of field before. Whoo, boy, this is even more so. I mentioned a 1.4 aperture. This might be even a little bit less. It might be a 1.2, 1.1, maybe. It's hard to tell, but at that point, even parts of the eyelashes would be out of focus at a 1.1, so maybe not quite that. But look at how even most of the face is out of focus. Yeah, very nicely done. This is probably slightly sort of manufactured though, because yeah, even the nose would be a little bit out of focus at that extreme level. But I love it. It's fantastic. Even in the shot of Magni here, we have the embers of his work cresting by, out of focus. And then what's interesting here is this character's eye has lit up, which was kind of grayed out before and pale. Look at the detail in the face. Look at the pigmentation. Look at the freckles. Look at the eyebrows. I can't wait to see the other characters in this style. I'm really excited about it. Yeah, would you guys want to see, well, I think I know the answer to this. I think some people might prefer the original style. That's why I ask. But would you guys want to see a full movie, World of Warcraft, in this style? I think it'd be really cool. And not, you know, early Warcraft 1, like the Warcraft movie, which we had a very fun movie night over on Twitch. That was awesome. But, you know, World of Warcraft, like that deeper into the story. I think like Battle for Azeroth would make it such a cool movie. But, you know, I don't know how they would fit it all in, but it could be great. I love these big environmental shots. So what we have here is, of course, the settings of each character, and now we're going to continually follow this blimp, which in my mind is carrying those soldiers. Let me know if I'm wrong on that. I love this. It looks like Shelob's den, right? Oh, Shelob having a bit of fun. It looks like this, right? It's crazy. And there it is, right? Spider imagery. I mean, it's just terrifying, right? Picture, this is what I like about the image. When it first comes to light, right, and the image just fades in, you kind of focus on this very terrifying image of some spider-like creature. But then, as your eyes adjust, you kind of look up into the darkness. Oh no, what is this? Humongous mass right here. It's a terrifying image. Yeah, and I like the low feeling to the ground. It's got a very Resident Evil PS1 feeling. You know, we're hiding under something. Like the camera was placed in these really upsetting, weird places that would cause disorientation and tension. It's got that similar thing. It feels like I'm crawling on the ground, trying not to make a sound to sneak up on this thing. And what a great shot. Yet another portrait revealed, this time through the smoke. Oof, terrifying. The realistic style also lending itself to just like making monsters look really scary. Look at that. The teeth and the gums and everything. And just right here, the horns, man, it's just so beautiful. And, you know, to me, this just screams, this is a raid. This is a dungeon. This is a place we're going to be going, most likely, right? And that's super fun, especially because I'm almost at a high enough level to be able to play with you guys. Yeah, amazing. Absolutely great. And there she is again. So my question is this. We keep getting this shot of Xal'atath. When are we going to see her in a cinematic, you know, the rest of this scene, perhaps the rest of the shot, because they keep kind of teasing, and I want more. I want to know about this character. So that was cool, though. Actually, we did get a little bit more there with that laugh, right? That's kind of new. But yeah, to me, it just screams that this person is in complete control. Everybody on the chessboard is moving exactly as she has wanted them to, as controlled, and I think it's great. I also like how our eyes are essentially moons. That's really fun. But yes, or the spheres that are encircling here. So cool. I absolutely loved it. Like I said, guys, if you're enjoying our time together, That's a great shot. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to hop in our Discord. Join the Philidari. Play World of Warcraft with us. It's been a great time. I am going on level 70, trying to get there with my monk character, so we can continue. And of course, I have my Philidin character as well. So yeah, hop in and join us. It's a lot of fun. We stream, we play together, we do raids and dungeons and quests. It's a lot of fun, as well as other contests like our transmog competition. But yes, guys, thank you so much for watching. That's my thoughts on it. I can't wait to see what happens next. I hope there's a lot more cinematics in War Within. But have a lovely day, everybody. Talk to you soon. Editor, cut that bit.